In other news, Anambra state-owned university is seeking partnership with the West African regional body ECOWAS for development in agriculture. The school says its wide expanse of land and over 23,000 students could yield great output that would help in addressing the threatening food insecurity in the region. Maya Thomas reports.
The West African region is said to be in dire need of food. UN OCHA says the number of hungry people in West and Central Africa could reach about 50 million, especially as the lean seasons set in. The recent visit of ECOWAS to Anambra State to oversee its funded project on table fish production, where 150 young Nigerians just graduated, was a good opportunity for the ECOWAS Commissioner for Economic Affairs and Agriculture to see the potentials of agriculture, especially fish production.
Best to see how we can actually commercialize and make this university, create food opportunities and make sure that we have zero hunger, not just in the university but beyond the university in Anambra State and the nation.
The commissioner believes it is time for the region to start looking inward for a homegrown solution to hunger.
Africa has to feed itself, and we have land and we have youth, we have women, very resilient people, and I think from here we can have what we said in our 2050 vision, shared prosperity for the community, and align with the SDG, no poverty and no hunger.
Borrowing a cue from this, Nigerian universities can actually start developing methods and techniques that will endear youth into food production, thereby building sustainability for Africa, especially the West African region. This is the reason ECOWAS is implementing its regional strategy of youth employment in the agro-salvo-pastoral sector, with the aim of promoting youth employability and encourage more youth in agriculture. For example, the 150 trained youth is expected to be able to fend for themselves and in turn train more people.
Food security is becoming a very huge issue in our region because of, unfortunately, climate change. So we need to help the youth go back to agriculture and product in this field. But of course we need to modernize, because youth, they're not going to come to agriculture using the old same way like our grandfathers. So this kind of training is a way of supporting the food shortage that we encountered, as I said, in all 15 countries.
Some of them, though, expressed some fears.
The challenge you will face is starting the business. And we can't start the business without funds. We are calling on individuals, state government, even on ECOWAS to come, because this is like a rescue mission. And this critical time, youths are everywhere doing nothing, educated, without jobs. So.
The Deputy Governor of Anambra State says with the recovered land from non-state actors in all the local government, they now have more farmlands for food production and opportunities to develop fish production, which the training coordinator explains is the business of fish and aquaculture value chain.
This kind of thing will stop altogether.
The coordinator also explains how much fish table production could help in addressing unemployment, help the West African region attain sufficiency in fish production, even to export.
51 million kg per annum is a immediate term target to achieve self-sufficiency as a state. Beyond that, we already targeted to do 675 million kg per annum for second phase of targeting industries and exports.
With this lofty potential and massive economic opportunity, it leaves one to wonder why a project started by the Anambra State government called the Fish Village in Adazi-Nuku community is left abandoned. This fish village, sitting on a 3-hectare land in full capacity, could produce about 150,000 kg of fish per month.
We have idle youths. If you can, they can help us to make this thing happen. So, madam, we want to beg you to make this place to happen, so that the youth will now, because they have been itching, that they want to go into fish production.
Indeed, we saw a great place.
Yes.
with a great potentiality. And as I instructed the Director for Rural Development and Agriculture of the ECOWAS, I said what is next is for the technical people to sit together and see what kind of investment we need in order for the project to be ready. And when it's ready, we will see how we can present it to our board.
The consensus here is that if the fish village is fully put to use, it will serve both Nigeria and the West African region. Moya Thomas, TVC News, Oka.